Today, I want to drive and drift the Bogan 32 in its current form so that I can get the real true Bogan experience before we make this thing proper and actually, you know, do an intercooler and an ECU and all that kind of stuff. I want to experience this so that we kind of have a ballpark and know where it came from. But before we can do that, we need to fix this issue. As you can see, only one side spins. So to turn the Bogan 32 from a one-wheel peel machine into a proper drift car, we gotta fix that diff situation. And just like that, we went from no LSD to an LSD. When we spin this, the other side moves with it. So what we ended up putting in there was a tightly reshimmed VLSD from the R32 Skyline over there. This thing is pretty much probably the diff that's gonna end up living in this thing. I will eventually put a Nismo GT LSD in there, but for now, this is perfect and exactly what this thing needs. It's not gonna make a ton of power, and it's got some 15-inch wheels on here. So I think it's gonna be fine. What we're gonna probably do is, if we burn through these two quick, I do have some 165 55s, I think, from the K-Van that we'll throw on these wheels at the track. But for now, this thing now has an LSD, we're good to go. Everything is tightened up, everything is marked, everything is pretty much good to rip. The only thing is, we now need to go to a track so that we can drift this thing. Let's get her in drive. See if she moves. Oh, we good. Yeah, she loves life. No problem. Look at this fine piece of Bogan engineering right here on its way to the track for the first time. Are you excited, Daiki?
Yes, I am.
Are you gonna do a big burnout?
Yeah.
Okay. And just like that, we got the Bogan 32 at, of course, Ebisu Circuit. It was worth the long drive here. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this today, figuring out if it's even gonna run and not lean out and shoot a piston out the side of the block. I think it's gonna be a good day, so let's head inside. Well, it is time for the Bogan 32 to sing or pop, and that's what we're about to find out. But before we do, I do want to show this. I don't know who it was, but one of you guys shipped me via an Amazon gift an Auga horn, and of course, I made sure it made it on the Bogan 32. So, let's go out and shred, and well, I mean, first we probably need to put some more tire pressure in the back, because this thing I don't think is gonna do so well with the automatic transmission, but we're gonna give it a go. It stopped. It won't start.
Battery?
No, no. I think the battery terminal came loose or something. I just lost all power. It just won't crank or anything. Under there. I don't know what that was, a loose terminal or something? We're going back out. This is a weapon. It feels great. It's definitely sketchy as all hell. I've never drifted an auto before, but it works. Love it. Wheel hopping there. It just wants the wheel hop. Come on. Something's not happy in the rear end. We've got some warm bushes for sure. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Something's weird in the back. Let's check up the rear and just see what's going on. But it's got a lot of wheel hop right now. The stock suspension and struts are pretty short. I had a quick look under the rear end, and I think I know why we're having wheel hop issues. Our entire strut on the left-hand side is completely blown out and dumped all of its oil everywhere. So that's probably why when we go to the left, it has that weird hopping issue. It just sounds like the whole car's coming apart. So that makes sense. Everything else is good under here though. So yeah, we definitely need some coilovers. We just put a bit more air in the tires. We hope that that kind of helps a little. Should be good. The thing's driving pretty well. Obviously it's gonna drive 1,000 times better when we get proper like engine management on this, with also a direct coil conversion. I think it's gonna really clean it up. Being able to have good control over ignition timing, because I just have the distributor retarded right now, and it's dumping a lot of fuel. Like, I thought I was gonna have to add maybe a fuel pressure regulator to try and add a bit more, but it's actually just the bigger pump is keeping it rich enough. So like, while we're drifting, it's at 11.2, 11.3, but when we're at idle and just cruising around, it could dip down to 10, which is just way too rich. So we've proven this concept, I think. The stock ECU sucks. We're obviously going to get this thing tuned properly with good engine management, the Link ECU, and change a bunch of stuff. But the concept is there. This thing feels great for how bad it's running, how rich it's running, and I think it has a lot of potential. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to do a nice big burnout, whatever it's going to let me do. We can't really drift this thing anymore because the suspension is so shot that it just keeps wheel hopping, and I don't want to break anything like too crazy in the rear. So we're just going to put it in first. I'm going to hold the brake and do a rip. plenty of rubber left. Let's let her eat. Yeah, she made a fair bit of rubber on the ground. Not bad, not bad at all. I love this thing. I think it's gonna do really well when we do a manual swap on it and we get good engine management, because this thing actually, like, it's pretty decent, and I think we'll be able to make like a good healthy 300 horsepower with a manual transmission and good suspension setup. This will be a really good like car, like to drift and drive as a missile and good practice, especially when we get rid of all that hop and stuff in the rear. It's not happy. It's running so rich, it's not happy at all. We're gonna put the rich bitch on the trailer. And just like that, the Bogan 32 had its first official rip. And she's down. I definitely wanted to drive the Bogan 32 more, but with how bad it was running, and I knew it was gonna run bad because of the stock ECU, but not that bad. Like how rich it was just dumping fuel on even idle was wild. Like there was some stages where once we had driven it a bit and the exhaust manifold was nice and cherry red, it would just be a constant flame coming out of the exhaust pipe because of how rich it was. So definitely not good. Hopefully we haven't done any more damage, like any damage to the motor. I think it'll be all right. I will compression check it once we get back to the shop. But for now though, I think it did great. We proved a concept. I cannot wait to see what it's going to be like with proper engine management and a tune, as well as a manual transmission is going to make a massive difference. Anyways, we have a pretty long drive ahead of us, so we're going to get to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Smash the like button, write a comment, and subscribe. Literally, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this thing. Like, it was a bunch of fun, just like driving and attempting to drift something that really felt terrible. Oh, another thing that we really need to do is the suspension, because those rear shocks, I've never seen a shock blow out like that so fast and just like oil dumping out everywhere. Like I don't think it has any fluids left in them. But anyways guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.